Hey everybody, welcome to the commentary for Batman vs. Iron Man. I'm Joshua Kazemi, I directed this episode. I'm here with some of the amazing cast and crew. We got Ben, the voice of Wiz.
Oh my god, it's Batman again.
That's right. No turning back now, we made it already.
What have we done? I had to sneeze and cough right as I introduced myself. That was really weird.
All right.
Anyway.
And we got Chad, the voice of Boomstick.
Yeah, we told Josh he could only host if he complimented us in the intro like he did, so good job.
I know what I'm supposed to do, yeah. I have the list in front of me. And Luis, the animation director for this episode.
Yo, what's up? This episode was not fun.
We're so professional here at Death Battle and Rooster Teeth.
Oh, wait, you thought I was a professional? Yes, I am.
Oh, you thought I was? Yes, I am.
Oh my god.
Batman.
So Josh, you got the first episode returning to part 2 of Death Battle Season 8, 10 years Death Battle, whatever we're calling this season.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. That's its full. Please, someone type that out. Please, in the edit, type that out.
That's the full title of this season.
Batman's back.
That's right. I was really happy to get to kick it off with a matchup like this. I think we can all kind of agree that there's that we've felt the pressure of some people are a little less than pleased that Batman is back, but in my mind we couldn't retire the character until we did this matchup. This had to happen. It's such an iconic
for sure
matchup. I mean, he had to at one point fight Iron Man. We had to see what happened.
Yeah,
Batman is such a perfect character for Death Battle 2. And it's also been 5 years since we've brought in Batman, so it's been a little while.
Yeah.
But it's two human characters, and I say that with some heavy-ass quotes, who use money and their money and technology to turn into superheroes. So yeah, of course you gotta do this matchup.
Yeah. Do y'all think there's any kind of reason we've held off on doing this specific matchup for a while? Was it just that we really wanted to get to those earlier Batman matchups first, or were we waiting for Iron Man to finally be out of the MCU? Or?
I do recall when we were doing Batman Spider-Man way back. It was kind of between Batman Spider-Man and Batman Iron Man at the time. And I think we just went with Spider-Man because Spider-Man was more popular at the time. And there was just more, I guess, connection, at least in my mind, because that was back when the team was very small in comparison. And there was a certain part of me that was like, I want to see do the Batarang web shooters swinging through the city. Let's do it.
Yep.
And we have this badass scene where they're inside a building and swinging around. It's really cool. So because we did that matchup, and that's such a flagship sort of legacy matchup between the two characters, I feel like anytime we brought Batman back after that, I know I personally kind of wanted to go a little off the beaten trail, at least for a while, until getting to this one, which is, I think, the biggest Batman matchup that we could do, the most important one that we could do. I think so too.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, what better
think of right now?
Yeah, and what better time than right now? We're in our 10th anniversary season, so.
Exactly, it was planned from the beginning. We get to 10 years and then we do this episode.
Totally.
That's how this works. Wink.
I was thinking about that, when you mentioned Spider-Man kind of being a more iconic character at the time. I mean, arguably still is, but it's crazy to think that how popular Iron Man is now compared to 10 years ago.
Yeah.
It's weird to think these two are now
Jesus. Sorry, this is the first time I've seen it.
Oh yeah, the zebra.
There is actually another reason why we haven't done this up until now, and it's because we always knew if we were gonna do Batman Iron Man, it was gonna be all the suits, all the armors, all of them.
Oh yeah.
And back in the day, that was not gonna be possible.
For sure.
But nowadays, we absolutely can do that.
Absolutely. And
That's
you got to work in the
Bat
credit card. Oh yeah, man. Great editing.
Oh yeah, Jardo crushed it.
He synced up the mouth perfectly, the footage of the Never Leave Home Without It, absolutely flawlessly. That was great.
Yeah.
Just gonna say it's probably because of my delivery, No, just kidding.
This suit is so bizarre and it's the most hardcore thing ever, but also the most like not Batman thing. He just becomes the freaking Hulk with like crazy hell powers.
It's like they were trying to cater to some kind of demographic or something. It
kind of reminds me of the armor from Berserk.
It does
Right?
a little bit, yeah. It's like that
it-
meets the Batman Beyond armor. Like,
It uses his blood, right? Like it hurts him as he uses it. So it's kind of like that suit, which like pierces him together or whatever.
oh, it's gross, yeah. Break a bone? Don't worry, it'll shoot spikes into your arm to hold it back together so you can keep fighting until you die.
Does that make sense? Your muscles are torn? I will just tear them even more.
It's madness.
what is it like the one thing like that you wanted to do specifically with this matchup compared to like the other Batman matchups that we've done before? Like, is there something specific that stands out into like what we wanted to bring into this episode, Josh?
I mean, yeah, it's also a great question for Ben. Like when they were writing the script, like once the script was written, I was like, I'm really, really looking forward to the moment in the fight where we get to see like the Hellbat and his army of bats versus all these Iron Man suits. Like a really awesome, just full on like brawl, almost like it's almost like a Batman Iron Man war sequence, and it's really, really fun. And I'm so happy with how it turned out. But that's like I think that was the moment I was looking forward to the most.
Yeah, even though when we were working on the actual like episode, I remember saying it's like Iron Man 3, but don't do it.
Right? Yeah, it's our chance to right that wrong.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, yeah, and especially with like, so the Hellbat suit has the crazy. It has wings, but the wings are like shadow blood power wings, right? Like, isn't that a thing?
Yeah.
It's
Where it can
so
like
weird.
create. It's essentially like a Green Lantern construct. With his blood, I might be getting it slightly wrong because I haven't looked at this episode in a while. But he creates a construct, right? So we were like, well, he can extend that out and create bats and shit to fight the Iron Man armors and block vision and turn it all dark or whatever. It's like crazy powers with this thing.
Yeah.
Like, practically magical, which I guess it is because it uses like powers of the other Justice League, like Wonder Woman.
Dude, Gerardo killed it with the edit on this, man. I'm just like sitting here watching, man.
Dude,
it was so
this second half.
was-
I'm so excited for you to see all these episodes for the second half of the season because these editors have been killing it.
Yeah, like, did you see the thing a
Nick,
second
Gerardo,
ago?
Sarah have been doing so good.
The thing a second ago with Batman stretching mouth and stuff? Like, that was nightmarish, but really cool.
it was so cute. I was just like working one day, and then suddenly I get a message from Gerardo saying, "Hey, can you give me some like animation advice on this like little sequence I made?" And I was like, "Oh man, that's so cool!"
Yeah.
Like it's
awesome.
so great to see how much they want to like push the editing to make it to really push it like into another level basically. So it's like. It just makes the entire episode like feel like more like joined together with the animations in the rundown and the animations in the actual fight. So like it's just really cool. I really dig it.
Yeah, and God, I if only we could have the music playing for that intro. God, it's so good.
Pretty cool.
I love it.
Speaking of intros, weird thing for Tony, everybody knows the origin from the movie because it's so good. The comics never retconned to become that origin, right? It's only like slightly similar, but he never got blown up by his own missile.
I don't think so. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the karmic justice of it all is like so important to the character, but that's technically not canon.
That was the thing.
yeah.
I remember having conversations with Gerardo early on because I was like, as like a former Death Battle editor, I was like, oh, this is great. He has 1 million movies. It'll be really easy to show you everything that's happened. But we were like, but we can't do it. We got to show just as much comic book stuff as easy as it would be to just play the clip from the movie. We got to show the comic book stuff. And Gerardo honestly like pioneered that and was like looking for comic book stuff to show.
Oh, he loves
He felt like he had too much MCU. He was like, oh, we need more comic book stuff.
Yeah, like, I mean, when we did Who Is, like, I remember he was like, oh, I want to edit that. And I was like, okay, cool. And he edited it, and I was like, holy hell, dude. Like, I was like, you literally brought a comic book to life. This is amazing.
So Josh, what was Iron Man has so many armors. What was kind of the deciding factor on some of these armors in particular being in the fight?
Oh, I mean, it was a good conversation. I think that Luis and I had early on with like, I mean, basically like what was available and what would make the most sense for the fight. So it was like, honestly, it was like we really wanted to like diversify and do as many of the armors as we could. We just thought that would be a really cool thing to like showcase all the different armors. And I think for a while, Luis, we were like only gonna stick to a few, the ones that we thought were really important. And then, but we ended up getting like so many.
Yeah, we ended up.
And I honestly don't remember where that shift happened.
Yeah. Basically, like around the part where like we were actually putting the entire episode, like starting the animation. We were thinking about the part where all the Iron Man suits were in the background. They were all gonna be the same kind of suit. But we decided to change that when we were able to get a hold of like all those like different armor Iron Man suits, which are mostly just recolors of the Iron Man suit that's already available. But like it was just it really helped make the fight feel different and like more like bigger and better.
Yeah, I think for the longest time it was like it was the Godbuster. Obviously, we needed that one.
Yeah.
And like the Model Prime kind of reskinned a couple of times, and maybe one or two other armors, but those two were kind of like the heavy hitters. We really want to showcase those two. But then, yeah, I'm super happy to. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, the Nano one. But I was really happy we got to show even more than that, and like really get to showcase so many different cool armors.
And keep in mind, like getting different characters into one like animation, it's really it's really hard when you like have to balance out all these different characters and balance out like all the different scenes and which character is which. And like a good example would that be like the Mega Man Battle Royale where we literally animated a shot and we were like, oh, that's the wrong Mega Man finding the right Mega Man. So like it was a whole like situation. But so like every time we introduce more than like the main characters, we have to actually be very, very careful about those type of shots. So.
Because that's the thing that sucks about our show. Because you do like one little thing that's an easy mistake to make in animation, right? Like you pull in the wrong armor, right? And then it's just then somebody's like, that's the wrong armor that they said. Well, now see, they don't do any research. Everything they've ever done is stupid and wrong. Like,
it's and you have to balance this out with like all these different people as well. They're working on the episode, so like we have freelancers, we have our in-house team, we have like all these like different people trying to collaborate with each other and making sure that they all are in sync with what they're trying to create. It can get really complicated real fast. So
speaking of complicated, I don't want to like we've kind of moved away from his armors while we're showing his armors.
Yeah.
He made a digital universe, created armor in the universe that was like the most powerful thing in the universe, and then he went back to the real world and made it again. The process of how he makes these armors is wild.
It's like an Inception armor. It's ridiculous.
I was trying to explain how complicated animation is, but like I can't. Like that must be a little bit more complicated, just a tiny bit.
Just a little bit. I mean, he also developed time travel in both the comics and the.
Just time travel.
God, why did we include the daughter? Oh, God damn it! Why?
We had to.
Dude, God, I cried so hard at that movie. Anyway.
He just.
Well,
the edit was great. It looked like he was actually closing the doors.
Amazing.
Oh my gosh. We're gonna have to talk about the. Why am I blanking on it? What's the other suit that Batman has? The God, not the God one. The one that wipes people's minds.
Oh gosh, what's that one called? I'm blanking.
It was.
We're gonna talk about that one as well. Why that one's not in the fight.
Yeah, for sure.
We might save that for the Q&A.
Yeah, for sure.
That sounds good.
This is like, as you can see, we're definitely going more ham on the Unreal stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say you gotta like talk about the amazing return of Christina Christopherson.
Yes.
And how amazing all this Unreal stuff looks because of her.
Yeah, Christina and Dave have been off doing other things like working on RBB and stuff like that. So they have come back to like help on like that battle as a whole, not just like the 3D fights, but also the 2D fights in terms of post production. And let me tell you, it really shows. It's really shows that yeah, because beforehand, all the other fights that I had the Unreal, like, yeah, this is crazy.
Hit him with the fucking space station. Why not?
Yeah.
Like, what a crazy.
Hit him with the watchtower.
I remember when when this was put into the script, and I was like, are you kidding me? We're actually gonna do that? It's like,
it's awesome.
I was both dreading and like just excited for.
Yeah, I don't remember how he came to that conclusion, but I do remember saying the phrase, "What if he swung Watchtower like a baseball bat?"
Love it.
Then it would be awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And then I think we talked. We might have talked over the only bit of it, but like. The hand-drawn stuff in the beginning by was that all John Mitchell?
That was all John Mitchell.
Man,
our storyboard artist. Yeah. For this half of the season.
Another one.
Yeah, for this half of the season, John is like been doing all the hand-drawn stuff, which has helped us a lot. Focus on more on the making the sprite animation aspect like a lot better and stuff like that. I can actually jump in and help with those things. And the cool thing is that it's just a lot of people now helping with the sprite animations. It's not just like used to be just me, Gus, and Zach, and now we have the same freelancers who worked on the DBS season this season, and we have Christina and Dave who have been helping post production. It's just been a ton of help, really. And it's really helping the fights look a lot better and a lot more like stand out a lot more. I don't know if you know this, but like working on an entire fight post production all by yourself, it's a lot of work. So I really appreciate Christina and Dave helping out. Yeah, just a little bit. So yeah, like it's been a ton of like help and it's make the fights look really, really cool. So I'm excited to work on with them future fights.
Dude, that was so cool too. The Iron Man armor taking over Batman. Yeah, so awesome.
Oh, cool. Yeah. This ending was also made in a DBS episode. In a lot, very downscale version of it, but like. We had that idea already from there, and then we kind of escalated that and made it even more amazing and stuff.
I love the nude Iron Man and Batman dolls. I forgot all about that until we were reviewing this animation. I was like, what? Why does he have those?
Listen, apparently Boomstick has a doll.
Which DBX was that?
It was Batman vs. Iron Man. We did that, I think it was the first season of DBS with Ringmaster.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
And I like to think it's canon that Boomstick has a naked doll of every character that's been in he can pull out on command. With underwear, it's tasteful. Don't get weird.
Wrestler style.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So there were so many other armors from both of them that we talked about potentially bringing into it, but at the end of the day, it was like the God Killer versus the Hellbat were the main ones we really wanted to show off, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And then the giant Godbuster, we talked about bringing that one, the big gold one, because that one can fight Eternals. But the God Killer is supposed to be like just a better version of that. But the Godbuster is so freaking huge; it would have been really epic.
It would have been super cool.
And then of course Batman has all sorts of suits as well. But at the end of the day, it was like, do we have them like jumping between a million different suits, and that's what the fight spends its time on, or do we focus on like the really, really epic ones and have the other ones kind of pop in and out for like specific features, which is like the nanotech suit going into his body, and that sort of thing. Like that's really all it's used for, rather than being like this long scale nano suit.
Yeah.
Unless somebody wants to give us $1 million, then we can make a scene where he fights in the NATO tech.
Yeah, there you go. Hit us up.
Do that.
So now that we have this fight between Batman and Iron Man done, when is Batman coming back? I'm sure everybody's wondering when is Batman coming back to that battle.
if you stay tuned for the end of this episode, the next fight is actually Batman versus Guts.
Finally.
I think
Everybody's been wanting it.
I think we've seen enough of Bruce Wayne for a while.
And then the fight after that is Batman versus Batman.
The Batman season.
Finally.
Every episode is a Batman episode.
Oh my gosh. You just copy and
No,
paste the
I mean-
rundowns.
Yeah, coming soon to Bat Battle.
I'm sure Batman will appear in Death Battle again at some point because he's Batman. But like, there's always time between episodes.
Now
for
everyone's gonna be like,
what
"What?"
comes next?
So,
But man, like the next fight, Goku, like Goku Black versus Reverse Flash, it's man, what a matchup! I didn't know it was crazy.
Wild.
Did I lose y'all?
I think audio just like cut out. Everybody's done.
Yeah, that was weird.
Okay, that was weird.
No, I think did we end it there? Or, okay, I guess we're ending it there.
Yeah, I thought y'all.
I guess that's the end.
That was
Well,
I was expecting kind of a sign off, but I guess that's the end.
You can cut after I went. It's crazy. Like, you just cut it right after that.
It's wild.
That was one of the weirdest things I've ever experienced
Yeah,
in
it was
recording.
so strange.
Like,
I think it makes sense. All of us stopped. We're like, we're at the end of the video.
Perfect.
Oh, that was so funny.
We just automatically shut off.
I just say it's wild, and I was just like waiting. Who's gonna talk next? Who's gonna do it?
Oh,
Nobody.
Video is over. Power down.
I get.